Wow, welcome to this edition of Fact or Myth. Today we're going to be looking at 4 facts or myths about this candidate. I'm sure by now that you're aware that I was nominated to run for the office of President of the Association of Nigerians here in Nova Scotia.
Introduce to you the community members who have been nominated to run for various executive offices in the association. Office of the President, Adegoke Fadare.
Which obviously I've also gone ahead to accept the operating values. Vote for Adegoke because I have decided to accept your nomination and to run and serve you in this new dispensation. Today we want to look at facts or myths, 4 facts or myths about this candidate called Adegoke Fadare. Okay, so the first question states that I do not like the present executive. That can be written as a big false or a myth. The honest truth is I have great and amazing relationship with the entire executive, starting from Papa Yankee, who I think we have an amazing relationship, and with the vice president and many members of the executive. The last 2 years I have shown up, and I think that one of the most important gifts that you can ever give is your gift of time. And if you check the record, I have been consistent in showing up for at least over 90% of the time. And that's the first year and the second year. I've shown up for the various activities. I've shown up at the flag raising. I've shown up where there was time for somebody to volunteer to either for the Nigerian barbecue or for the bylaw or a resource person. I was asked to be a resource person at the career month, which by the way is a fantastic idea. And it's one of those things that I've adopted in my manifesto because it's a great idea. So for me, I've supported the administration, the outgoing administration, in all capacity possible and required and asked of me. And so I just want you to know that I do like and I celebrate leadership. It takes God to step out. It's easier to criticize and talk from the sidelines. So every one of the outgoing executive, I want to applaud and celebrate you. So the second question for our fact or myth today is, I know everything. I know sometimes when I sound or I talk, it sounds like I'm very knowledgeable. The truth is, when I stand to talk, I do not stand to talk alone. I've surrounded myself and accessorized myself with highly knowledgeable individuals. So for example, I have within my corner friends that are lawyers, doctors, security experts, financial experts, accountants. I make it a point of duty to have the best of brains and best of relationships around me. So that way, when I talk, I'm talking from the place of knowledge because I have gleaned and I've leaned on their understanding and on their wisdom. So by itself, I just don't have all the answers. But the thing about me is that when I don't have the answers, I'm never afraid to ask or to seek for the answer. And that's why I also know that I'm also a good fit to lead the next dispensation. Because even when I don't have or know the answer, I'm not afraid. I'm secured in who I am. I'm secured in the gift sets that I have to be able to seek for and seek out individuals who are able to do the task, who are able to help with the answer to the questions that I seek. I'm not afraid to knock on any door. I'm not afraid to pick up the phone and call whosoever I think that has the answer or the key. And that's the reason why I'm confident when I make declarations and proclamations that I make, because I understand that in my corner, I will always have someone or group of who will readily have the answer, because I like to listen to expert opinion. So I would say it is false that I know everything, but the truth of the matter is I'm wise enough to surround myself with people who know much better than I do. And I'm truly grateful to everyone who is in my corner over the years, and even since I even landed here in the city of Halifax. I take out time to listen, to glean, and to learn. Next question. You come across like you are a messiah. That's an interesting thought. That obviously is a myth. I do know that many a times I challenge the status quo. Every protocol, every present protocol exists on previous protocols. So for example, the Association of Nigerians here in Nova Scotia has been here for 30 years. Now, for it to have existed this long, some individuals might have kept it alive. And the truth of the matter is you cannot negate that which they have done. Now, my own desire and my own mentality and mindset has always been to challenge the status quo, to say we can do better. And I do understand that sometimes when you come across with that mentality, that people think that you're saying that every other person has done nothing. No. The only reason why you can build is because somebody has already laid the foundation. So you are always building on existing protocols. Now say, I know that in anything, regardless of how good the productivity is, there's a place called better, there's a place called improvement, there's a place called forward. I try to consume myself with the future more or less with the past, because like I say, nobody drives, going forward with the rearview mirror. So it's important for us to always remember that there's a place called better, that we can do things better. I do understand that there are schools of thought that if nothing is broken, no need to fix it. But I also believe that when you are stagnant, that leads to redundancy, and eventually it leads to you going backwards. So I want you to understand that I appreciate the effort of the men and the women who over the years have labored tirelessly for the association to be alive, to continue to improve, and to keep expanding. And that should be demanding to do more. So we keep building precepts upon precepts. Salute to all of you that have played the part in the association this far. I want you to know all we'll seek for is how can we deepen it and how can we expand it. Okay, moving forward, the other question I have here as myth or fact is you don't care. Well, it's obvious that this is a big myth, and this is obviously clear that people that think this don't know me. I believe that people are important. I believe that people are valuable. I believe that people need to be treated with great level of respect and dignity. I believe that service is all about people. And that's why I like democracy, because democracy is government of the people, for the people, and by the people. Nothing can be far away from the truth. I care so much. Certain individuals, I've written a book, and a couple of individuals were like, you know what, we'll give you money to publish it. And I was like, no, I'm not publishing it to print. I'm, just to distribute. And at the end of the day, I was giving some few thousands of dollars. I could have taken the money to have a nice treat. But because we're in the midst of COVID, I decided to host 22 families, Nigerian families, and for a whole day of fun activity at no cost to them. One of the desires of my heart is that I like people, I love people. I think that the people are the greatest resources that you could ever have. I also believe that if you ever will be blessed or cursed, they'll be true people. So for me, people are so important. All that which I strive to do, all that the endeavors is to ensure that people can be better, is to ensure that people can improve. I might not constantly chat on WhatsApp groups, for example, because I'm not that kind of person. But one kind of person I am is I'm very strategic. I try to see an overall or a strategic vision or a strategic position. So for example, even though I'm not chatting on the group and it doesn't seem I care, but yet I will come up with ideas like a tax seminar where people can file their taxes themselves, or where people can be assisted in filing their taxes, as the case might be. It's not because that I have nothing else to do with my time. It's simply because I'm constantly thinking on how to add value to people, to make it easy for people. And I think that is what service is all about, making life easy, making life better. And that's the reason why I'm running for this election, because I understand that there are strategic decisions and strategic viewpoints that we can take as a people that can make it easier and better for each and every one of us. And that's why I hope that you would vote for me. That's why I hope that you would seek to understand me, that I understand the value. I love our people. I love Nigerians, regardless of tribe, regardless of religion. That's why I have friends across divide, because people are important. People are so important, and that's why I say Jesus came and died for them. I want you to know that I do care. You can call me if I'm able to pick at no matter the time to see what I can do to be able to assist. And I hope that when I pick up the call to call you, that you will also answer.